Good morning. I wanted to take a few minutes to just address some issues some questions that I've been asked by clients recently about what's going on in the Bend market. First, for a more detailed analysis, you could just go to my website, enjoybendlife.com, and look for the blog post. You'll see that in the top navigation bar, or just slash blog at the end of enjoybendlife.com. So first, the question that I've been asked several times in the last week or so, is the market tanking? No, not yet. That doesn't mean that I think it will tank, but some key differences that we're seeing between the last housing crisis, which was a subprime lending crisis, and today, one would be the average homeowner has mortgages in many cases below 3%. They also have tremendous equity. Those were two issues that were not really in play in 2008, 2009, when things were really kind of going pear-shaped in that regard. But a couple of things that are really concerning, we saw the May CPI number come in at 8.6%, which is astronomically high. And that's going to be an issue. There have been some experts that think that the Federal Reserve, will be forced to back off of their quantitative tightening and lower the overnight rate. It's not a direct correlation with mortgage rates. Mortgage rates are holding firm at about 5.5%, give or take, at this point. But considering that gas in Central Oregon is rapidly approaching $6 a gallon, I think it's over $6 a gallon if you're buying premium. Certainly if you're purchasing non-ethanol premium, you're well beyond $6 a gallon. That is something that is going to have an impact. Diesel prices have an impact on shipping costs, which equates to grocery prices being higher. So all of that in combination really doesn't show an exit strategy for the inflation costs, the fuel costs that we're currently experiencing. So, will that trickle down to housing prices? Candidly, I think in homes that are requiring financing for buyers, yeah, we could very well see that. There's a good chance that homes, for the Bend area below the median sale price being impacted by higher lending costs, and in turn seeing prices back off a bit. We have seen price corrections recently, but they're not necessarily a retreat from high prices. In many cases, they're sellers that are just trying to get the most that they can for their home, and realized after it's been on the market for a short period of time that they're priced a little high. So they're just coming back to what is a realistic price for today's market. So that's really what I wanted to speak about today. I don't have a crystal ball. Anybody that tells you that they know what's going to happen, I would be suspect that they really do, because at this point, I don't even think Jerome Powell, who chairs the Federal Reserve, knows what's going to happen. You might recall that I was frequently talking about transitory being a ridiculous term to use for inflation, and even Janet Yellen recently has mentioned that she was wrong about inflation, and gosh, it wasn't transitory. Now it's here to stay for the foreseeable future. So those are some of the things that I see. Special homes that are in really unique locations in Central Oregon, I don't really see that those prices backing off too much. Again, somebody might overprice a home and then come back a little bit off of that price. But if you think that homes that are selling for $3 million are going to go down to 1.5, I just do not see that happening. If you have any questions, comments, if you think my analysis is crazy, let me know. I'd love to hear your opinion and do some research for you and see if I can prove myself wrong. I'm certainly open to being wrong, but I've been in the real estate business long enough, and I track the information daily to see a lot of the trends that are taking shape right now and becoming patterns, not just short-term trends. Thank you, and have a great weekend. Unfortunately, it looks like it'll be a little bit rainy and cool here in Central Oregon, but I guess the good news is we don't have to worry about fires right now. Thanks again.